Jerusalem Talmud, Tractate Shabbat, Halacha 1, Part 4. I think it's the first Mishnah, the first Halacha, and it's Part 4. Starting with the words Amar Rabbi Yanai, Bala Chatzi Zayas, Vihikio, Chazar Ubalao Chayev. Rabbi Yanai said, one who swallowed half the volume of an olive, then threw it up, and then again swallowed it, is liable. But one who brought in half the volume of a dried fig and took it out again is not liable. What is the difference between this and the first one? There his palate enjoyed the volume of an olive, but here he never dealt with the full volume of a fig. Rabbi Yossi said sometimes a person may be dealing with the full volume of a fig and not be liable. How is this possible? He took out half of the volume of a dried fig, put it down, again took out half of the volume of a dried fig, but did not manage to put it down before the first one was burned. He was dealing with a full volume of a fig, but is not liable. Because he compared it to forbidden fat, he contrived this. Rabbi Yochanan said, if one exports from a private domain to the public domain through Carmelite, he is liable. And just to explain, Carmelite is surrounded three walls, and it's a semi-public, semi-private domain in which it's like an alleyway that is composed of three different sides made up of houses and an open fourth side. According to the rabbis, this is considered a semi-private domain, but also has a little bit of a public domain, so it needs some kind of an eruv. If there's no eruv around the greater area. Carmelite, he is liable because of him who carries on his back from the following: one who intends to carry on his front, but it turns out that he carried on his back, he is not liable. On his back, and he carried on his front, he is liable, for it is impossible that between him and the wall should not Carmelite be created. Rabbi Yossi said, explain it that his face was turned to the wall, and his load on his back, and so his load exited first. Rabbi Chia bar Abba asked before Rabbi Mana, but this is not a usual way of carrying out. He told him professional porters act in this way, but the following implies it, as Rabbi Acha, Rabbi Mesha, and said in the name of Rabbi Yochanan, if one carries out foodstuffs and put them on a threshold, is the threshold not Carmelite? Rabbi Yossi was sorry that he had not said this himself. Rav Huna, in the name of Rav, everybody agrees that for throwing one is liable, and is everybody's opinion that the air space over Carmelite is not like its essence? Where do they disagree? If one carries out, Ben Azai declares him not liable, but the sages declare him liable. Ben Azai makes the person walking as if he was putting down, but the sages do not make the person walking as if he was putting down. Rav Chizda asked Rav Huna, in Ben Azai's opinion, nobody ever could become liable for 4 cubits. Since when he transported something, it is made as if he put it down within every cubit, he should not be liable. Rabbi Yehuda, in the name of Rav, everybody agrees that for carrying out one is not liable. It is everybody's opinion that walking counts as if one was putting down. Where do they disagree? If one is throwing, for Ben Azai declares him not liable, but the sages declare him liable. Ben Azai declares the airspace over Carmelite like its essence, but the sages consider the airspace over Carmelite not like its essence.